We're here this morning. Today marks the second week of the strike. We began the strike 2 weeks ago on a Wednesday. Monday, we participated in a mediation session organized by Mayor Bloomberg to try and resolve the issues. We met with Judge Milton Mullen as the mediator. Judge Milton Mullen, in 1979, ended a similar strike over these same EPPs. We met with the contractors. The city was not there. At that meeting, the president of the CLC, Vinny Alvarez, in a letter to Judge Milton Mullen, made a proposal which the union would have gone along with, or which we will go along with. And the proposal was for a cooling off period of 60 to 90 days, in which time the bid would be postponed. The opening of the bid would be postponed during that period, and the union would agree to go back to work. And during that period of time, the city, under Vinny's proposal, the city, the contractors and the union would sit down and talk about real cost-saving measures and preserving existing employees. Judge Milton Mullen brought this to the city's people, to the mayor's attorneys, and the idea was rejected. And we're here today just to report that we don't know why that would be rejected. We think it's a viable way to end the strike, and we urge the city to work with us to end the strike and to move back the bids.
Cooling off period is really important. The mayor, when he presented his case for demolishing a 50-year standard regarding safety in the school bus industry in this city, presented a very distorted set of economic facts. The mayor has said that the costs of this system have risen from $79 million to over $1 billion, and somehow insinuates that that's connected to the workers who perform their duties to the people of this city in the school bus industry. When we met with the employers and we asked them why they have remained silent while they and their workers have been accused of gouging the city, they gave us a set of facts that the people of the city and the mayor need to know. They told us that the things that are driving the costs in the school bus industry are changes in the way the program is administered, a huge expansion in the number of buses and vans that the city is using, and that, coupled with mandates from No Child Left Behind, the fact that this city has 25% of the special needs students of the entire country, those are the kinds of things that have driven the costs of the school transportation budget in this town. Those facts need to be known, they need to be explored, and there can be no rational conclusion to this discussion without giving everybody in the city an opportunity to know what is driving the spectacular costs that the mayor described. The city should know, the people should know, that the costs that are driving the school bus budget are not high-salaried workers. We have members of our union who are engaged in this strike, who while working full-time for this city, qualify for food stamps. And the mayor has really unfairly portrayed this as a problem caused by the workers, by employee protections that merely guarantee that if there is an upheaval in the companies that get the successful bids for the city to do this service, that they will not lose their jobs. And I want to remind you that that guarantee means that the children on our buses have experienced drivers who are part of a stable workforce. So the reason that the union has said yes to the idea of freezing this strike and freezing the bids is so that we can have a rational, intelligent discussion with the mayor and with the other affected parties in the city, including the parents, about where the costs really lie and hopefully get a resolution that works for everybody. Thank you. I want to tell you too, my office has been trying to meet with this mayor for over a year because we heard rumors about this coming. And despite the fact that we have sent numerous emissaries to meet with his deputy mayors, until December 21st last year, they refused to even acknowledge that this was a discussion in City Hall. And then on December 21st, the mayor went out and declared that we were going on strike based upon his action. And then he told the city a story that really belongs in Aesop's fables about the reason for his decision. We hope that the people will start to understand that the billion-dollar story is really a myth, and that the costs that are driving New York City school bus transportation have nothing to do with the workers. It has to do with the route design. Let me give you one example from the school bus company owners. The city has opted to shift from full-size bus transportation to vans to move the kids around. That triples the cost of labor because you're tripling the number of people involved in moving the kids around with vans. The city needs to re-examine that. We need to have a carefully thought out discussion about, do the routes make sense? Our drivers tell us they run inefficient routes. We have no control over that. We want to have that dialogue, but we can't do it just talking to ourselves.